Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the type 1 and type 2 error in hypothesis testing. Let's understand by one example here. We have one person and that person is on a trial for a criminal offense and judge need to provide a verdict on his case. So we draw this particular diagram where what we did, we mentioned person may be innocent or may be guilty. So there are the two cases, person is innocent or a person is guilty. So judge can provide the two verdict, person is innocent or person is guilty. This person in reality a innocent, and in this case the person is innocent in reality and judge provide a verdict that this person is innocent. It means person in reality is innocent and judge is also providing a same verdict. It means that is a correct verdict. Let's the second case, if person is guilty. In reality, the person is guilty and judge also say that person is guilty. It means he is providing the correct verdict. It means that is also a correct. Let's the another case here. If the person is guilty in reality and just say that he is a innocent, the person is in reality is a guilty, but a judge is saying that he is innocent. It means there is a error in verdict. So this type of error is called as a type 2 error. We will discuss. Let me just finish this particular type 1 first. If the person is innocent in reality and just say that he is a guilty, as I said that in reality the person is innocent and judge is saying that he is a guilty, it means he is providing a wrong decision. So here we also have a one error that is called a type 1 error. So let's understand. So now we understood what is the type 1 and what is the type 2 error. Type 2 error is that where in reality if any person is guilty and just provide a wrong decision that he is a guilty and just says that he is innocent, it means that is a type 2. And if the person is innocent and just say that he is a guilty, that is called a type 1 error. Let's understand by one generic way, because this is example, so you will be little bit confused. Let's understand in a generic way. We make a one hypothesis that H0 is that one person will get 99 percentile in GRE. Our null hypothesis is that the person will get 99 percentile in GRE. What would be the alternate? Alternate would be he will not get 99 percentile in GRE. So let our H0 is true case. Let's be said in reality he got the 99 percentile. Let's assume that this person after declaring the result he got the 99 percentile. So we are saying that this is your null hypothesis and that is a true condition. In that case, if we want to verify that this particular null hypothesis is true or not, in that case if we do some analysis on top of that, we provide that whatever the null hypothesis is saying that is correct. It means as per the null hypothesis person will get the 99 percentile and our result is also showing that he will get the 99 percentile. Our result means that we do some analysis and after that we say that he will get the 99 percentile. So there is a no error in this case. Let's the second case here. If in reality result has declared and he did not get the 99 percentile. So in that case what was our null hypothesis? Our null hypothesis was he will get the 99 percentile. It means this is your alternate hypothesis. So in this case if we verify the null hypothesis and we found that null hypothesis is not true, in that case we will reject the null hypothesis and will accept the alternate hypothesis. This is your alternate, and what we did, we reject the null hypothesis and accept the alternate hypothesis. It means it is correct. There is a no error. Now come to the error case here. This is your alternate. It means he will not get the 99 percentile. What our result is showing that our result is showing that he will get the 99 percentile. It means there is some discrepancy between the actuality and result. So there is an error. So how we can say this is a type 2 error? Type 2 error is that where in actuality he is a false, and in after providing a testing, after providing the evidence, we say that he is a correct. If someone is incorrect in reality and after providing a result, we say that he is a correct, but in actuality he is not good. Let's you are a person and you are a bad guy, okay, and I do some analysis and I say that you are a good, but you know that you are not a good. It means that is a type 2 error. If someone in actuality, in reality is not a good, and we say that he is a good, it means there is some issue in our analysis. That's why our result is different. So this type of the issue we called as a type 2 error. Let's understand the type 1 error. If some person or something is true in actuality, this is the 99 percentile, he got a 99 percentile in actuality, but if we say that he will not get a 99 percentile, in that case this is a type 1 error. Let's understand by another example. We say that null hypothesis is that manufacturing unit produce the 70 pipes per minute. This manufacturing unit, this is your null hypothesis. And alternate, what would be the alternate? Alternate would be do not produce 70 pipe per minute. So in actuality, H not true means null hypothesis that in actuality he is producing a 70 pipe per minute. We did some analysis and we found that our manufacturing unit is producing 70 pipes per minute. In that case, our null hypothesis will be true. It means we will accept the null hypothesis and there will be no any error in this case. If we say that alternate hypothesis is that don't produce the 70 pipe per minute, but after providing the result, after providing some analysis, our result is showing that as per the result this machine is not producing the 70 pipe per minute. It means that is correct. It means there is no error in this case. So this is called as a normal case. So what would be the error case? Error case would be if we say that what is the null hypothesis? Null hypothesis is 70 pipe per minute. Our result is showing it is producing the 70, but in this case he is not able to produce 70. It means there is a wrong decision. So this type of the error is called as a type 2, and the opposite like this one, H naught, it means he should produce the 70, but result is showing manufacturing unit is not producing the 75 per minute. It means it is rejecting this H naught. So this type of the error is called as a type 1 error. So let's understand there are the two cases. We have no error and no error. So this no error is called as a 1 minus alpha, and the type 1 error is also called as a alpha. So what is the alpha? Alpha is called as a critical value. If you have this particular graph, this particular distribution, okay, and if this is your 0.5, it means this particular region is your acceptance region, and this particular region is your called as a rejection region, and this is your critical value 0.5. All the right side area is called as your rejection region, and the left side area from the critical value is called as a acceptance region for a one-tailed test. If you want to understand what is the critical value, what is the acceptance region, you can follow my hypothesis testing one tail and two test video. You will get better understanding after watching those videos. So alpha is called as a critical value. So what is the alpha? If we link this alpha value with this particular diagram, we can say that if we compare this alpha with this particular diagram, we can say that this is the probability of rejecting the null hypothesis. Alpha is this. It is the probability of rejecting the null hypothesis. You can say here H naught is reject. Probability of rejecting the null hypothesis when H naught is true. In reality H naught is true but after the result we are rejecting this. That is called as a critical value. And beta is called as a power of testing. That is a probability of accepting the H naught. We are accepting the H naught, this H naught, we are accepting the H naught as per result, what H naught is false. You can also see here in this particular example here, I mentioned the Fn and F here. So Fn means false negative and Fe means false positive. So in machine learning, we use these terms to measure the performance matrix. If we talk about this particular column, this particular cell, so you can see here innocent, it means this is correct. If we say that this is correct and our output decision is also a correct, it means correct, and correct means it is a true. So we can say that it is a true positive. So we can say that this is your true positive. And the same case, this particular, this is, we can say that the false. We can say that this is your wrong decision, this is also a wrong decision. So it means just provided a correct decision. He is a guilty and he is also provided a guilty, so it means a correct decision. So we can say that true, it means this is a true condition. But he provided a guilty, it means this is a negative. You can keep this in mind in such a way, just true, first is true, then is the second word true. How we can say this is a true? It means when the both are the same, innocent, innocent, it means this is a true. Guilty and guilty, this is a true. Also here false, it means guilty and innocent, it means this is a false. Same way here, this is a guilty and innocent, it is a both are different. So we can say the first word will come in such a way. Now the second word, like true positive, TP positive, how we can say the true positive will come? You can learn such a way that positive means this person is a positive, this is the actual condition. We can say this is a actual condition. So whatever the actual we have, we can write the second word in such a way. This is your positive, this is, we can say this is your negative, it means the wrong. P means true, so this will be positive and this will be your negative. Same way P, it means this is your positive and this N means this is your negative. So the second word, we can say that the upper portion, it means whatever the actual things we have, we can write the second word according the actuality. And first word comparing the these two terms, like innocent, innocent, guilty, guilty, then innocent, innocent, innocent is true, guilty and innocent both are different, so we can say the false. So you can like learn in such a way, you will never forget those things in future. So these terms, true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative, we use in machine learning to measure the performance matrix. If we are preparing some model for one XYZ project and we want to measure the performance, like what is the accuracy of that model, what is the precision, what is the recall, what is the detection rate, so those things we measure by using these particular things like true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. This is called your confusion matrix. In machine learning, we call this particular things as a confusion matrix. So that's it from my side for today.